Good afternoon. I am Dr. Padmesh Tripathi, Associate Professor of Mathematics in Department of Applied Sciences and Humanities. In the continuation of my lecture on inventory problems, today I am going to discuss economic order quantity. So what is economic order quantity? Well, this term arises from here. Once we have inventories, so as we had already discussed, if inventory is excess, we may have some losses. If inventory is less than required, even then we have losses. We have to face losses. So to avoid this situation, the important question that arises before us is how much to order. So we are going to deal how much to order. So economic order quantity describes this and gives a solution to this question. How much to order? So what is the economic order quantity? The inventory problems in which demand is assumed to be fixed and completely predetermined are usually referred to as the economic order quantity or lot size problems, and EOQ in short is written as EOQ. So I am going to discuss economic order quantity. So formal definition and formal terms that are used in economic order quantity are: by the order quantity we mean the quantity produced or procured during an production cycle when the size of order increases. The ordering cost, what includes in ordering cost? This is cost of purchasing, inspection, etc. When the size of order increases, the ordering cost will decrease. Obviously, as we know, if number of orders are large, we make it discounts, you know. So cost of purchasing will reduce automatically. When quantity is more, we may have discounts, right? So as size of order increases, ordering cost will decrease. Whereas the inventory carrying cost, what are the costs involved in carrying cost? These are cost of storage, insurance, etc. will increase. Now you can think, when cost, when the size of order will increase, what will be? Inventory carrying cost will increase. How? If you have more and more inventory, you have to pay rent more for storing these inventories, and if quantity is more, you have to pay more insurance installments, etc. So there are two costs involved in inventory in economic order quantity, right? The first one was ordering cost and the second one was carrying cost, and their nature is different. When size of order increases, ordering cost decreases. Opposite to this, when size of order increases, the carrying cost increases. So these are two different natures of different costs: inventory carrying cost and ordering cost. One is increasing and one is decreasing. Thus, in the production process, there are two opposite costs. One encourages the increase in the order size and other discourages. So economic order quantity is that size of order which minimizes total annual costs of carrying inventory and cost of ordering. So how we will decide? If OQ, this is given from here, economic order quantity is that size of order which minimizes total costs, which include carrying cost and ordering cost. So whenever we talk of EOQ, economic order quantity, means we are talking of two costs. The first one is carrying cost and the second one is ordering cost. And we have seen their nature. One is increasing and one is decreasing with the size of order, right? So we can see it in graph. It's very clear in graph. EOQ, where is EOQ? By definition we have seen that the total annual cost of carrying and ordering cost. When this is minimum, at that point EOQ is obtained. So this is the picture, this is graph of EOQ, how EOQ can be obtained from this graph. So plot the ordering cost, this is ordering cost and this is graph of carrying cost, and the x-axis consists of order quantity, y-axis consists of cost per period, right? So see the two costs, carrying cost and ordering cost, see their nature. As you increase the order quantity, see the graph of carrying cost, this is increasing, right? If this is 100, if order quantity is 100, then carrying cost will be here somewhere, it's less than 10, right? When this is 200, carrying cost is almost 15. Similarly, as the order quantity increases, carrying cost is increasing. You can see from here. For 300, it will be approximately 20 rupees cost per period. This is 20. And 400, see, it's increasing. 500, it's increasing, right? On the other hand, see the nature of ordering cost. When you are ordering less, suppose it's 100, see what will be cost? This will be almost 35. When this is 200, this is almost 15. When this is 300, this is almost 5. When this is 400, this is almost 4, etc. So from graph, it is clear that as order quantity increases, ordering cost is decreasing, and as ordering quantity is increasing, carrying cost is also increasing. So where we get the EOQ, what must be our best number which we should order in order to get the maximum benefit. So here from we can find, this is total cost, this total cost is written in purple color, this is graph of total cost, purple color. See where will be minimum total cost, this is the point, and this corresponds to order quantity 200. So in order to find the best solution to this problem, what is our problem? Our problem is how much to order. So this is the point where we see that total cost is minimum. So this corresponds to the point 200 or order quantity 200 on x-axis. That's why EOQ in this graph as of now is 200. So this is how we can see what is AUQ and how we can think of finding EOQ, order quantity, optimal order quantity, that we can see from here. Next, what are the applications of inventory? These are some applications. Inventory has many uses in a business, chain management, or within production operations. Among the many uses of inventory, the most common are provide a buffer for peak consumer demand, lack of capacity, or variations from regular demand levels. This is very simple. Best use of inventory, this provides as a buffer. Say in festival seasons, what's happened? The requirement of commodities is more. So once you have inventory, sufficient inventory, you will never have to face any problem. You can supply the sufficient amount when consumer demands. The second one, provide flexibility in meeting customer demands such as in mass customization. Third is provide a buffer to absorb raw material supply issues. Fourth is provide a buffer in case of production issues. And fifth is provide the ability to realize savings through economic order production purchasing. These are simple terms that gives us the application of inventory. Then most important, before we start different models to find EOQ, we need some assumptions. We must know what are the assumptions that are required an economic order quantity model. So based on several factors, we will use different models. So let us see what are assumptions in a EOQ model. If the economic order quantity model is applied, in following assumptions should be met. These are the assumptions that we have to keep in mind. Only then we will move forward to use a model related to EOQ. The rate of demand is constant. The first and most important is the rate of demand is constant and total demand is known in advance. हमें कितना सामान चाहिए वो हमको पता है और किस रेट से डिमांड होगा ये हमको पता है। ये दो चीज़ें हमको पता है, ये हम मान के चलेंगे। EOQ मॉडल के लिए हमको ये पता है कि हमको कितने चीज़ की ज़रूरत होगी, डिमांड कितना है, टोटल डिमांड कितना है, और दूसरा रेट ऑफ डिमांड कितना है। ये कांस्टेंट होगा, हमेशा रेट ऑफ डिमांड कांस्टेंट होगा। सेकंड, द ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट इज कांस्टेंट, ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट कांस्टेंट होगा। थर्ड, द यूनिट प्राइस ऑफ इन्वेंट्री इज कांस्टेंट, यूनिट प्राइस भी कांस्टेंट होगा। ऐसा नहीं कि हमने पहले 1000 यूनिट्स लिया तो कॉस्ट कुछ और है, फिर 1000 लिया कॉस्ट कुछ और है। ये मॉडल डिफरेंट मॉडल होगा, इसको हम लोग अभी आगे डिस्कस करेंगे। So the unit price of inventory is constant. Whether you are purchasing 1000 units, 2000 units, 5000 units, the price of this inventory is constant. That is, we are not going to get any discount. Delivery time is constant. This is known once a customer is ordering any commodity to any shopkeeper, what will be time and during what period this will be delivered to that customer. This is also constant. This is not going to be changed. रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ डिफेक्टिव यूनिट्स इज इंस्टेंटेनियस, और डिफेक्टिव पीसेस का रिप्लेसमेंट है, जितने भी होंगे उन सबको, डिफेक्टिव पीसेस जितने भी होंगे उन सबको रिप्लेस किया जाएगा. दिस इज ऑलरेडी एज्यूम्ड. नेक्स्ट, there is no safety stock level, that is the minimum stock level is 0. There is no safety stock level. What does it mean? Safety stock level नहीं होगा. Restocking is made by the whole batch. हमको जो रीस्टॉकिंग करना है, जो फिर से सामान हमको बनाना है, वो पूरे बैच में होगा. मैंने 1000 का बैच ले लो, 2000 का बैच ले लो, 5000 का बैच ले लो, और अगर बड़े सामान है, बड़े मटेरियल वाले सामान है, तो उनका हम 100 का बना लें, 50 का बना लें इन बैच. तो रीस्टोरिंग का लिए एज्यूम्ड है कि रीस्टोरिंग पूरे बैच में होगा. और बैच कितने को होगा वो डिपेंड करेगा हमारा जो कमोडिटी है वो कमोडिटी कैसा है. इफ दिस इज स्मॉलर or of less price, this may be more. If this is costly and its size is huge, this may be less. Number of batch, मतलब number of items in batch must be, may be less. So these are 7 assumptions in any EOQ model. So there are two types of inventory models. The first one is deterministic inventory model and second one is probabilistic inventory model. So first of all we are going to deal with deterministic inventory models. So what are deterministic inventory model? So deterministic inventory models are those models in which demand is already known. Demand is fixed. This will be deterministic inventory model. And the second one is probabilistic inventory model in which the demand will be probabilistic. मतलब डिमांड नोन नहीं है पूरी तरह से. अगर डिमांड नोन नहीं है, हम सिर्फ उसका अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं, इसको हम कहेंगे प्रोबेबिलिस्टिक इन्वेंट्री मॉडल. और अगर डिमांड हमको पता है, डिमांड फिक्स्ड है, डिमांड पहले से ही ज्ञात है, तब हम कहेंगे ये डिटर्मिनिस्टिक इन्वेंट्री मॉडल है. तो पहला मॉडल जो हम लोग EOQ में पहला मॉडल हम करने जा रहे हैं, डिटर्मिनिस्टिक इन्वेंट्री मॉडल के फर्स्ट मॉडल को हम देखेंगे कि फर्स्ट मॉडल क्या है. तो स्पेसिफिक डिमांड के साथ, स्पेसिफिक रिक्वायरमेंट के साथ स्पेसिफिक मॉडल्स होंगे और उनको डील करने का स्पेसिफिक तरीका होगा. तो पहला मॉडल हमारा है मॉडल फर्स्ट, द इकोनॉमिक लॉट साइज विथ यूनिफॉर्म डिमांड. जैसे कि हमने पहले ही बताया था, इकोनॉमिक ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी या इकोनॉमिक लॉट साइज दोनों का मतलब एक ही है, तो दोनों एज ए सिनोनिम यूज किए जाते हैं. तो EOQ चाहे कहें चाहे इकोनॉमिक लॉट साइज कहें, दोनों का मतलब एक ही है. तो इकोनॉमिक लॉट साइज विथ यूनिफॉर्म डिमांड. तो पहला मॉडल जो हम करने जा रहे हैं, पहले मॉडल में डिमांड हमारा यूनिफॉर्म होगा. अब फिर इसमें क्या क्या फार्मूले यूज होंगे, तो कोई भी मॉडल के लिए हमारे लिए मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट होता है फार्मूला. कौन सा फार्मूला किस मॉडल के लिए यूज होगा, ये हमारे लिए जानना बहुत जरूरी होता है. तो डिफरेंट मॉडल्स के रिक्वायरमेंट के साथ डिफरेंट फार्मूले भी हम लोग डिराइव करेंगे, निकालेंगे, देखेंगे कि मॉडल हमारा जैसा है उसके हिसाब से फार्मूले भी हमारे चेंज हो जाएंगे. तो फर्स्ट मॉडल जो हम लोग करने जा रहे हैं, द इकोनॉमिक लॉट साइज सिस्टम विद द यूनिफॉर्म डिमांड. The economic lot size formula for the optimum production quantity Q per cycle, that is per production run. Per production run means the production quantity per cycle. So either we will say per production run or we will say the production quantity per cycle. Both are the same. We have used both the term, whichever you think is simple for you, you can use it. Either production quantity per cycle or per production run. Both are same. So the economic lot size formula for the optimum production quantity Q per cycle of a single product so as to minimize the total average variable cost per unit time, where demand is uniform at a rate of R quantity units per unit time. So demand is given, this is uniform and its rate is R quantity units per unit time. Lead time L is 0. We know, you remember what was lead time? The lead time was the time between ordering and receiving a inventory. So here in this model, this is assumed that lead time is 0. Lead time is denoted by L. So lead time L is 0. This is second assumption of this model. Then third, production rate is infinite. Fourth, shortages are not allowed. What do you mean by this? Shortages are not allowed means if there are some shortages, then you have not to pay any penalty. मान लीजिए आपने किसी शॉपकीपर को आपने कुछ ऑर्डर किया और उस समय वो ऑर्डर आपको सप्लाई नहीं कर पाया टाइम से, तो आपके पास दो ऑप्शन होता है. या तो आप पहले से ही आपके पास ये रिटर्न कुछ होगा कि अगर आप मेरे डिमांड को समय से सप्लाई नहीं करेंगे तो आपको पेनाल्टी देना पड़ेगा. तो इसको हम कहते हैं शॉर्टेजेस आर अलाउड. और यहाँ हम यूज कर रहे हैं शॉर्टेजेस आर नॉट अलाउड. मीन्स अगर शॉपकीपर आपके मटेरियल को, आपके रिक्वायरमेंट को वो फुलफिल नहीं कर पा रहा है टाइम से, तो आप कोई भी पेनाल्टी क्लेम नहीं कर सकते. राइट, दिस वाज फोर्थ वन, शॉर्टेजेस वन नॉट अलाउड. एंड फिफ्थ, holding cost is rupees C1 per quantity unit per unit time. Holding cost is denoted by C1. So C, holding cost is always given in per unit time. You have to remember it. Holding cost is based on quantity unit per unit time. Next, setup cost is rupees C3 per setup. Setup cost, see the difference between holding cost and setup cost. We have already discussed it in discussing different costs, but once again you can see here, once we are talking of holding cost, so we are talking of holding cost in quantity unit per unit time, whereas the setup cost is rupees C3 per setup. We are talking of setup cost as single setup. Right, this is difference between holding cost and setup cost. Purchase cost is given to be P, carrying charges are given to be 1%. So these are the things that are already given. These are the informations that we have already. Now we can see the formulae, different formulae for this model 1. So first and most important is optimum production quantity or economic order quantity. Optimum production quantity or economic order quantity. This is denoted by Q, that we are talking of main topic economic order quantity. This is also called optimum production quantity. This is denoted by small q, or some people use different symbols. Some use q star, etc. We don't bother about symbols what one is using, but here we are using q. Economic order quantity is denoted by q, and its formula is q is equal to under root 2 C3R divided by C1. So all information are right side. C R is demanded. We have already. This is given. Already given. C3 is setup cost. This is already given. C1 ordering cost. This is either directly given or this is calculated from C1 is P into I. So whichever case is there, we will see it. So this is first formula, first and most important formula for economic order quantity. This is mostly we are going to calculate. So EOQ is equal to under root 2 C3R divided by C1. The second formula is total minimum inventory cost. This is denoted by capital C, and this is given by C is equal to under root 2 C1 C3R. You have already C1, C3 and R, so you can find minimum inventory cost. And the optimum cost is obtained by P multiplied by R plus C. The C we have already evaluated in B. This is above this line. P is known, R is known. So we can find it as P cross R plus under root 2 C1 C3 R. And third formula is optimal ordering interval. This is important for us. What we have to find via this formula? We have to find once you have ordered today at 2 p.m. what will be the time when we have to order next. So this is given by T is equal to Q by R. Q is already evaluated in A. So this is 2 C3 divided by C1 R. Right? Then optimum number of orders. This is denoted by capital N, and this is given by R by Q. Q you have already evaluated. If not, you can use this formula. R by Q is equal to under root C1R divided by 2 C3. These are the formulae, and based on this we will do some problems in our next lecture. Thank you very much.